Hello everyone, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. So today I am going to tell you my experience of UPSC Civil Services interview. So I have given UPSC Civil Service interview in the year 2023. The interview process will be as follows. So firstly, when we go to the premises of the UPSC, outside there will be a security check. So where they will check our documents and then they will allow us to enter inside. So once you go inside, so there will be a room so where the candidates will be made to sit, and they will be made to fill certain applications, and apart from that they will also provide the newspapers to just sit and read. So once we complete this process before the interview of verification of our applications and documents, so then a concerned person will take one by one towards the interview panel. So we will not know who will be the chairman of our interview board unless and until we reach near to the interview panel. So when the interview panel will be sitting inside a room, so outside there will be a name of the chairman of the board, who will be the chairman of this interview board. And remember, the chairman of the interview board, he will be a permanent member of the Union Public Service Commission. And the other panel members, so they will be they may be bureaucrats, or can be anyone who is serving under the government of India, and even the retired army personnel or any retired defense personnel will also be called to take the interviews. So this will be the entire procedure before we go to the interview. So now my interview was in the 2024 March month. So because 2023 we will write the prelims, and in 2023 there will be mains in September month, and by December of 2023 there will be mains results. So then after the interviews will continue, and we entered to the 2024 March. So that is why my interview, it was in March of 2024. So in this my interview was in the afternoon session starting from 2 o'clock. So I was the first candidate to enter the board, the interview board. Okay, so in the afternoon I was the first candidate to enter the interview, and when I immediately entered the interview room, so the chairman asked me, so Pasan Goda, what we should call you? So they wanted to know the nickname, they wanted to call me shortly throughout the interview, so they asked me what we can call you. So then after the very first question that the chairman asked, by looking at my DAF, so here DAF is detailed application form that we will have to fill after the mains results. So by looking at my DAF, so there it was mentioned that I am from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Haveri. So immediately chairman asked me the first question, Mr. Basangoda, how was your experience in Navodaya Vidyalaya? So I was really happy, and I was excited to answer this, because for me Navodaya is like a family. So we have been brought up from the 6th standard to 12th standard, a long 7 years of journey where our foundational education has been built. And apart from just the curriculum, so Navodaya has also given us the holistic development of our personality, be it in sports or be it in communication. So all these have been given to us by the Navodaya Vidyalaya with the motto of coming to learn and go to serve. So I was really excited now to answer this one, and I answered it well, and the chairman was smiling and he was happy, and then he passed on to the other members to ask the question. So the other member who was sitting, so he firstly went to my DAF and he started to ask related to the engineering background question, since I have worked in IT for 4 years. So he asked me, what did you work, and how was the work nature, and why did you resign from the job, why you want to pursue the civil services. So these were some of the question, and later so it was passed on to the next member. So now the next member, she was interested in my hobbies. So I given my hobbies as social observations and critical thinking, one, and the other was reading books on self-improvement. So she asked me, oh, what is this social observations and critical thinking? Can you please explain? So I told that the social observation is we are observing the human behavior in their natural setting. So this is the social observation. So we can understand the human behavior and the attitude. So she told me, can you please give me an example? So I talked about no bride for a farmer. So ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ರೈತರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕನ್ಯೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ. So this is there in the rural villages of the India, and especially in the Karnataka, the rural villages, the farmers' sons who are into the agriculture as their career, they are not getting the bread. So I told, Madam, this is my social observation that I have observed in my village and even the surrounding villages. So they are facing this problem. It's a social issue, social concern, that because of the change in values, where previously we were valuing the agriculture. So traditionally we are an agricultural society, we were valuing the agriculture, but now because of the westernization and the modernization, now our aspirations have been shifted. So now the people in the villages, especially the daughters, especially the women and their parents, they look at someone who is a well salaried person and who is settled in the city. But I'm saying it with all due respect to the women and their parents, because it is the natural mentality for anyone to look into all these. So now the lady was really happy, and really she was really impressive that here is a person who is actually thinking about the society, who is concerned about the society. Then she was interested to know what is the reason, why is it happening. So I told her the entire reasons why now the agriculture is not a remunerative job, and so the parents, they don't want their daughter to face the difficulties which they themselves have faced. So and now she realized that this is really a very big issue, and she said it like, then this should be a very big issue, then it has to be addressed. So she told like this. Then she went to my other hobby of reading books for self-improvement. So she asked me, can you please name some of the books that you have read? So I told her, I listed her some of the books that I have read, and she was interested to know about one book that I have told. So that was Don't Believe in Everything You Think. So this is a book written by Joseph N. Guyan. So now she asked me, what do you mean by don't believe in everything you think? So can you please explain me what does the author say in that, and what did you learn from that? So I explained her about my learnings in front of her, and now she gave the space for the other person to ask the questions. And now the other person who was sitting, so he also looked into my DAF. So he went into that. So he asked me about the prizes and the awards which I have got, all about that. And even he started to ask some of the general questions in the sense like the river water disputes between India, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, as well as China. So these some of the general kind of questions. And he also asked me about the levels of government at the local level. It is Panchayat, Taluk, as well as the district Panchayat. And now, so he wanted to confuse me, and he wanted to check my presence of mind, and he told, do you remember there is one more level between this Taluka and district? Can you please tell me that? He told. So I told, sir, there are only 3 levels, sir, Panchayat and Taluk and district level, sir. So this was my answer. I gave it this with confidence. And so he wanted to check my presence of mind also. So that is why, and he smiled and he went on. So now the ball came to the next person in the member. So totally there were 5 members. So one at the center will be the chairman of the board, and the other 4 will be sitting. So now the next person, the last person. So now he took my answers that I have given to the other members. That is the lady who asked me about the social observations, where I talked about no bride for a farmer. Now here the person, now he was interested to dig deep into this issue. So he took up the issue again, and he started to ask me, so although you know that this issue is there, why didn't you address what solutions can you bring for this? So then I told about what solutions you can actually bring for this. And he also asked me about the books, some more books that I have read, and my opinion or my perception of those books. So he asked me all about all these things. So now at the end, so chairman, he smiled and told me, thank you very much, you may leave now. So this was the entire interview experience of mine. So it lasted nearly for 30 to 35 minutes. For some it can be 15 to 20 minutes, or it can even be 40 to 45 minutes, depending upon the interests of the interview board. If they are very much interested to interact, so they will go on to ask the question. So my entire interview experience that I can tell you in few lines is, it was really a wonderful experience. The board was very cordial. So the UPSC interview is much different from the other interviews. If someone has faced in the corporate sector, if you go for those interviews, the demand will be different. Whereas if you come to the UPSC civil service, so here the demand is different. So here they basically want to check your knowledge, but here they want to check your personality. So we should not say it is an interview, rather it is a personality test. So through UPSC civil service, they want to test our critical thinking. They want to test basically about the presence of mind, how we receive the things, how we answer them. Are you humble enough to answer those elders? So these are some of the personality traits which are very much essential for the UPSC civil service exam. So this is all about my UPSC civil services personality test journey. Thank you very much.